Welcome again to yet another video on our YouTube channel. If you've ever wondered how the British royal family lives, you're in the right place. From living in palaces fit for a king or queen to sporting jewels worth more than your car, these royals know how to live the high life. But who's footing the bill for all this extravagance, and is it really worth it? In this video, we're diving headfirst into the world of royal spending. Think the Queen's wardrobe was impressive? Wait until you hear how much it was worth. And when it comes to travel, let's just say the royals aren't roughing it on the tube with the commoners. We're talking yachts, private jets, and the works. But with all this luxury comes a hefty price tag, and not everyone is happy about it. In fact, the sovereign grant, the fund that covers official expenses, has come under fire in recent years for its size and use. So, is the British monarchy's lavish lifestyle really worth the cost? That's what we're here to find out. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a wild ride through the world of royal extravagance. We're about to uncover the truth behind the crown jewels and private jets of the British royals, and you won't want to miss a single juicy detail. Let's get started. So first, let's understand the source of income for the royal family. They've got not one, not two, but three sources of income, and we're talking serious cash here. First up, there's the Crown Estate. That's a fancy way of saying that they own a ton of land and property all over the UK. We're talking prime real estate in central London and even the seabed around the British Isles. And get this, it's worth a whopping £17 billion, or $20.5 billion. But that's not all. The royals also have the Duchy of Lancaster and the Duchy of Cornwall to bring in the big bucks. It's all thanks to centuries-long ownership and land property, so we're talking about some serious generational wealth here. Did you know that the Queen owns some of the most valuable land and property in the UK? We're talking prime real estate in central London, including St James's and Regent Street, as well as farmland, offices, and retail parks all across the country. And that's just the Crown Estate. The Queen also has control over the massive Windsor Estate, with its acres of parkland and ancient woodland, and even the famous Ascot racecourse. All in all, the total value of these properties is estimated to be a mind-boggling £15.6 billion, or $18.8 billion. But it's not like the Queen is just swimming in piles of cash. The money of the Crown Estate actually goes to the government in exchange for a fixed annual payment called the sovereign grant. In 2021 to 2022, this grant was set at £86.3 million, which the royal household says works out to just £1.29 or $1.56 per person in the UK. So what does the sovereign grant actually cover? Well, it's used to fund things like official travel, property maintenance, and the costs of running the Queen's household. But it doesn't cover everything. For example, security costs are paid for by the public, not the royal family. So here's the more. The royals have another source of income, and it comes from a thing called the Duchy of Lancaster. This fancy sounding name goes way back. We're talking over 700 years ago. Basically, the duchy owns a ton of land. We're talking 18,000 hectares, which is a ton of football fields put together. Most of it is in places like Lancashire, Cheshire, Yorkshire, Staffordshire, and Lincolnshire. And it's got everything from farms to houses to stores to offices. And did we mention that it also has its own quarries that supply materials for the UK's construction industry? And get this, it even owns a stretch of foreshore along the River Mersey to Barrow-in-Furness. All that land and property adds up. At last count, the Duchy of Lancaster had nearly £653 million, or $789 million in assets, which helped give the Queen a surplus of £24 million, $29 million. Not too shabby, right? When Prince Charles became king, he inherited the Duchy of Lancaster, and his eldest son William became the new owner of the Duchy of Cornwall. The Duchy of Cornwall is spread over 20 counties in England and Wales. It covers more than 52,000 hectares of land, including farmland, commercial properties, forests, and even the Oval Cricket Ground and Dartmoor Prison. At the end of March, the net assets of the duchy were valued at over £1 billion, or $1.2 billion, and Charles received a cool £21 million, or $25.3 million in income for the year ending 31st of March 2022, according to the duchy's annual accounts. He paid the highest rate of income tax, which was 45% on the earnings of the duchy after official expenses were deducted. The duchy, on the other hand, was not held accountable for capital gains or corporation tax. Okay, so now we know where the money comes from to cover the expenses of the royal family. Let's break down the spending details of the royal family. First of all, the jewellery. When it comes to the British royal family, they don't mess around, especially when it comes to jewellery. Prince William, for example, proposed to Kate Middleton with a stunning 12-carat sapphire that was originally given to his mum, Princess Diana, by King Charles in 1981. The ring has only gone up in value over the years and is now worth around $500,000. That's a pretty nice chunk of change if you ask us. Prince Harry, on the other hand, decided to go the custom route when it came to popping the question to Meghan Markle. He designed her engagement ring himself, which is seriously impressive if you ask us. The ring features 3 diamonds, with the centre stone from Botswana, where the couple visited together, and the other 2 from his mum's personal collection. The ring was created by Cleave & Company, the Queen's favourite jeweller, and it's estimated to be worth between $300,000 and $350,000. Talk about some serious bling. Jewellery is not the only thing on the list. Next is their spending on style. Let's talk fashion, shall we? Kate Middleton, also known as Catherine, Princess of Wales, is a fashion icon worldwide. Her closet is worth a fortune, with pieces that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of her favourite dresses is an Alexander McQueen black and green floral gown that she's worn to the 2017 BAFTA Awards and 2019 Portrait Gala. It's so beautiful that it cost a whopping $10,605. And who could forget the stunning Chanel tweed dress she wore in Paris in 2017, which is said to cost $10,891. Harry and Meghan also know how to indulge in luxury. Meghan wore a $75,000 Ralph & Russo gown for their engagement photos. And at the wedding, Prince Harry's custom Dacian Skinner uniform was around $10,246. But let's not forget about Meghan's Givenchy wedding dress, which cost a jaw-dropping $265,000. If that is shocking for you, wait until you hear about the cars owned by the royal family. Alright, let's take a spin and talk about the royal family's sweet rides. The late Prince Philip had a sick ride, a 1954 Aston Martin Lagonda 3-litre drop-head coupe, which was one of the rarest cars in the world and worth up to a whopping $640,000 according to Forbes. To blend in with the regular folks, the Queen's husband also bought an eco-friendly London taxi in 1999 and later donated it to the Sandringham Museum in 2017. But Prince Charles is no slouch in the car department either. He's got a rare 1969 Aston Martin Volante DB6 MK2, which is definitely fit for a king. This ride was even driven by Prince William on his wedding day in 2018. According to the Haggerty Insurance Valuation Tool, a similar car in mint condition is worth around $427,000. Talk about living life in the fast lane. Not just cars, the royal family also has to spend on its staff. Being a queen is no easy job, and you can't do it alone. Late Queen Elizabeth knew that better than anyone. Her payroll expenses for the year that ended on March 31st, 2022 totaled nearly $24 million, and that's not even counting the other staff costs of $3.8 million, according to the Sovereign Grant and Sovereign Grant Reserve Financial Summary. But it's not just the Queen who needs help, even Prince William and Kate have some staff to make their lives a little easier. We don't know who's working for them right now, but back in May 2017, The Sun reported that their housekeeper had quit her job that paid around $46,500 per year because it was just too much work. And how can we not mention the private jets owned by the royal family? Did you know that the royal fam knows how to travel in style? When they go abroad, they don't mess around with commercial flights like us regular people. Queen Elizabeth and King Charles have their own private jet and they're not afraid to use it. Sure, flying private is expensive, but these guys are making a lot of trips for work and fun. Meghan and Harry's trip to Fiji and Tonga cost a cool $100,000, while William and Kate's Caribbean vacation set them back over $500,000. But it's not just them, the whole family travels a lot, and they spend almost $3 million a year on it, which is covered by taxpayers. And when it comes to air travel, King Charles spends the most money, followed by Harry and Meghan. And that pretty much rounds up today's video. We hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave us a like as a token of appreciation for the video. Also, do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be notified about more of our content on celebrity looks and outfits. We will be back with another video soon.